that's what governments like, right? Governments like refugees because it's good for business, and
Mm,
they have new voters um, who will vote for things, who don't know anything that's going on, and who will vote for anybody who helps them. Uh, they schools get more students. For governments, refugee. Why do you think the British borders have been open for refugees for
mm.
20 years, right?
Yeah.
The British government helps refugees come into the
Mhm,
country
mhm,
illegally every day, right?
mm. I know, but
It's the government loves it because the government takes your money and gives your money to the
mhm,
refugees,
mhm,
right?
mhm.
That's what the government
Ah,
does.
mm,
And
mm.
and you can't stop them.
Mhm.
Uh,
How?
yeah, well, don't feed the bears. Don't feed the bears. Okay? We
Mhm,
just say don't feed the bears. Don't encourage them to do anything at all. Don't give them any money,
mm,
right? When the money stops, the people leave. It's a um, historical fact, right?
mm,
When the money stops, the people leave. When people don't get any more money, if you put money over here, everybody goes here. You put money over here,
mm.
everybody goes here. It's very simple, right? Cheese. You put the cheese there, the mice go there. Put the cheese there, the mice go there, right? They come because in your country is not a war. Do you see the difference? Right?
Mm.
It's their country. Your country, you stay. It's your country, right? Yeah. If your
Yeah.
if your neighbor's fridge is empty, does your neighbor come and open your fridge and take your food? Well, no, no, no. Okay, well, it's your home, your fridge,
Yeah.
your problem. If you're
Mm.
hungry, it's your problem. Now, don't get me wrong, I want to help, but I don't want to be stupid, right? Don't get me wrong, I want to help, but I don't want to be stupid. If you have a problem in your country, then your job is to stay in your country and to solve your problem.
Mm.
Really,
Mm.
really, it is. It, it is. I'm not. I'm not saying don't help, and I'm not saying don't be humanitarian, but I am saying that they will come and they will stay. They won't go back.
Mm. Mm. Um, this
What
is
is
if
people
you.
like? What to
Mm.
do? I don't know what to do. Stop being stupid. Okay, stop fighting. Stop being stupid.
Um,
Yeah, look,
very
look,
good.
listen
Mm.
carefully. Listen carefully, right? There are no jobs in Slovakia for Slovak people, right? Slovakia has high unemployment, okay?
Mm. Mhm, mm.
Right. It's,
Mm.
it's going to get higher now. It's not going to get better.
Mm.
Or what level of education and income are these people? Do they have any money? Do they have any resources? Do they have any education? Do they have any qualifications? Do they have any skills? Because if they don't, you will be paying for everything.
Mm. Mm.
You will not get any support. You will not get any help.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
I understand.
Money for your family's
Mm.
social situation or your
Mm. Mhm,
grandchildren's
mhm,
education or money
mhm,
for your local hospital will not go there.
mhm, mhm, mhm.
It will go into a big black hole that is funds
Mm.
for refugees,
Mhm,
beds and blankets and food and
mm.
places to stay and um,
Ah,
yeah. And who are these people? You know, Who are these
Are th-
people?
are those old people?
What the fuck are you gonna do with old Ukrainians in Slovakia? No,
Uh,
but seriously, what are you going to do with old Ukrainians in Slovakia? I mean, look, I'm, look, being humanitarian is nice. Don't get me wrong. Helping people is nice, but what are you going to do with 5,000 old Ukrainians in the Slovak system? They won't. They can't work. They're not going to be able
mm,
to get a job. Where are they going to live? What are they going to live from? Seriously, what is your country? What is your government thinking?
mm.
They're not. Well, they're thinking
I don't
money, money, money,
know.
money, 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 money,
Mm,
money, money,
mm,
money, 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 money.
mm.
Right?
Everything is about money.
You follow the money.
Mm,
Follow the money. See where everything goes. It's economics, right?
mm,
Economics.
mhm,
And that's what it's about. Yeah. I mean, who's gonna? Do these people have technology? Do they have phones? What phone networks are they going to use? How are they going to continue their education? What about jobs? What about money? What about clothes? What about I mean, okay, no, so someone has to give them money. Someone has to give them money.
mm, mhm.
You give your money to the government.
And government gives
Government
the
takes your
money
money and
to
gives your money to the refugees. Yeah, that's exactly that's what a great business plan, right?
yes.
What a great business plan. Yeah.
Oh,
and and
I'm
every
not happy about it.
well, nobody should be happy about it because it's
Mm.
just your criminal government doing more crime.
Mm.
Okay, no,
I
right.
don't want the war in our country.
You don't you don't get to decide. You don't get to choose. You don't get to choose whether you like it or not. Nobody cares. Do you think your government
Mm.
care about you? They don't care.
Mm.
They don't care. It's money, 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 money. It's all about money, money, money. It's all it's about. Yeah, no, look, no. Um, okay, I have now read through. I have now. So here's my religious speech. I have read through the Bible 3 times. I'm now on my fourth read. This is what I understand. This is what I understand. War war between people is inevitable. It's inevitable. It's unstoppable.
Mm.
There will be war. You cannot stop it. I cannot stop it. Nobody can stop it. That's what I understand from reading the Bible. There will be
Mm.
war. You
Where
can't
in our country?
everywhere.
Uh,
There
No.
is only one way to stop it. To turn to Christ. To ask Christ to stop it. To ask
Mm.
Christ to mediate. To be the mediator between
Mm.
people. That is
Mm.
the only way to stop it. Because all people, including you and me,
Mm.
we have ego, human ego.
Mm.
This is our self-belief that we are right. It's a very
Mm.
dark part of the human personality. Everybody has it.
Mhm.
Those who can see it and know it and understand it have some self-control. Those who don't see it,
Mm.
don't know it, don't understand it,
Mm.
have no self-control. You have
Mhm.
no self-control, right? The only way to understand it is through Christ as a mediator. Because between you and me, we can't control it. It's not possible.
Mhm.
We don't
Mhm.
have the power. We think we have the power to control what is happening to us, with us. But the truth is we don't. We don't have that power. Without Christ in our life, we don't have that power. The belief that we have that power is ego. That is human ego. It's that I'm in control. I have the power to do things and I know what's right. That's human ego. That's a very dark part of the human personality. Because the truth is we don't have control and we don't know. That's the truth. Now, if we bring in a mediator, such as the character of Christ through Christianity, then we have something between us that stops the conflict. When my personality hits your personality, everything explodes. This is anger, this is frustration, these are the negative things. And it happens between everybody. It happens between everybody at some point in time. It's inevitable. It's unstoppable. It happens between everybody. It's part of who we are as people. And this is what I understand from reading the Bible, that the whole process is a process of mediation through conflict and avoiding conflict. And the fact that people don't want war, and I grew up with this, like who wants war? Nobody wants war. But wait. Okay, question, who wants war? Answer, nobody wants war. But wait, actually that's not true. It's not true that nobody wants war. Because people can make a lot of money from conflict. They can make a lot of money from war. Why do we build tanks? Why do we build planes that drop bombs? Why do we have bombs? Why do we have machine guns and anti-tank missiles and warships and all of the other elements of war? Biological weapons. Biological weapons. And a large part of the war in the Ukraine is about biological weapons, because as I said last week that America had 6 bioweapons labs in laboratories in the Ukraine. Actually, it's 11. 11. The United States had 11 manufacturing plants for biological warfare, and these were called hospitals. Okay. There were 11 hospitals that were not hospitals. They are bioweapons laboratories. Okay? So, and one of the reasons that Putin went into the Ukraine was to stop production of the bioweapons. To stop it. These are not Putin's, but these are NATO's biological weapons. NATO has been manufacturing and producing biological weapons. Specifically, as far as I know, specifically the United States, Great Britain, Canada, and France. Does Russia have bioweapons laboratories? Yes.
Yeah.
Does it have bioweapons laboratories in the Ukraine? No. These are not Russian laboratories. These are Western laboratories.
In Ukraine?
In the Ukraine, yes. That's what all the NATO money was. That's what all the NATO money to the Ukraine was funding the bioweapons laboratories. Billions and billions and billions of money into a poor country. Okay, well, why? Why? Why?
Say those countries.
Yeah. And NATO's plan was to use those bioweapons, as far as we know, in Russia, was to release the weapons in Russia. And Russia had to go into the Ukraine to stop the release of the bioweapons. This was announced. This was the Russian Minister of Defense gave a speech last week
Mm.
where he gave all the information in the speech.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the speech was not on Western media, okay? But he gave a
Mm-hmm.
speech where he said, these are the laboratories, this is what happened, we went in to stop this. If Russia did not go into the Ukraine, we would have had a biological warfare attack. Russia had to go in to stop it. The other problem is, how do you secure bioweapons laboratories? They're very dangerous places,
Mm.
okay?
Mm. Yeah.
So this is what all the fighting is about. The fighting is for control of the bioweapons.
Mm.
I have a friend in the Ukraine who lives in a city there, and he said the city is being bombed and attacked, and it's not being bombed and attacked by Russians, and it's not being bombed and attacked by Ukrainians. There are more
Mm-hmm.
armies there than Russians and Ukrainians.
Mm-hmm.
There's NATO soldiers and forces. There's special operations. There's probably Mossad, and there's probably Chinese forces as well. All
Mm-hmm.
fighting
Mm-hmm.
right now. The war is the real war is on an intellectual level, because the government don't care about the people.
Mm-hmm.
They're just pawns in the game. They're just little pieces,
Mm-hmm.
right? Right. They don't really care. I mean, they it's great. It look it's it's bad for general economics, but somebody's going to make a lot of money from this because somebody has to rebuild everything. Okay,
Mm.
and that's a lot of contracts and a lot of money, and
Yeah.
right. Everything gets destroyed. Everything gets sold really
Mm-hmm.
cheaply. Collection of property by wealthy investors and banks. Rebuild with government contracts.
Mm.
Right? It's good business.
Business, yes.
It's good business as long as there's not a biological leak somewhere, or nuclear leak. But then you'll never know, because the media never tells you the truth anyway. So
Yes.
if there's a real problem, they don't tell you.
Mm.
But if there's a problem that they control, where they control the story, where they control the narrative, then they tell you,
Mm-hmm.
because then they control what you think and how you feel about things, right? Right now there are more countries than the Ukraine being bombed. There's more countries where this is happening. There's more countries, but it's not on the news.
Mm.
There are more countries,
Mm.
right? There's
Mm.
more countries with people, with children being killed in more countries, but it's not on the news, so people don't care,
Mm.
right? What about Palestine, huh? What about Palestine?
Mm-hmm.
20 years of bombing. It's not on the
Mm-hmm.
news. 20 years. It's not on the news.
Syria.
Yep, Syria. Absolutely. Great example. Yep. It's not on the news. Nobody cares.
Mm.
Nobody cares, right? Because it's not under control. It's not
Mm.
under control. This is a controlled media plan, displacement of people, movement of populations. It's not all controlled, but the you use what you have, right? You use the resources
Thank you so much.
that you have. So yeah, and for sure, politicians. It's a great opportunity for politicians to get more money. New charities, right? Lot of new charities for give food, give clothes, give things to, and where does all the money go, right? It who knows? Who knows where everything goes, right? Um, so my God, help the Ukrainians. The Slovaks can't help the Slovaks. I
Mm,
mean, really, honestly,
mm,
Slovaks can't help Slovaks. How are
mm,
you going to help? How are you going to help Ukrainians,
mm,
right? The Ukrainians will come and they will look around and they will go, "That's it. I'm off to the Czech Republic or Austria or Germany
mm.
or Hungary or anywhere west. Keep
Poland.
moving. Po- Maybe Poland. Maybe Poland. Poland.
Mm,
Poland wants to help, but the politics
mm,
is complicated in Poland because Poland doesn't like the
mm,
NATO and the EU policies very much because
mm.
but Poland has a negative history with everybody. Okay, lot of bad things happened in Poland, and you know Poland Polish people are naturally very afraid of making agreements with other countries.